Hello, beautiful people. I just finished watching the 3 episodes of the series of lies told by Harry and Meghan Markle. If you haven't subscribed, please do. You know that over 82% of my people who view my channel haven't subscribed. Why not? Do it. You know, if you don't, I will never get that plaque. And I want the plaque. No, I'm just kidding. No, just subscribe, like, and share. Those are 3 hours I will never get back. There's a reason why they did those teasers with all that plagiarizing images. Because there's nothing to it except one thing that really bothered me, and you're going to see it because I swear out. No, I'm going to swear. So, I'm warning you that I'm going to swear. But just because of one thing. The rest, there's no bombshells. It's very boring. In many instances, I had to fast forward. They used a lot of footage. I kept thinking I had to stop. Should I continue? Because it's just so boring and boring. And Meghan Markle is, it's boring. It's boring. And if one thing that came across is how manipulative Meghan is, but we all knew that. But there's something that she did that is clearly, it's almost borderline criminal. I really think what she does, and it has to do with Samantha Markle's daughter. But other than that, there's only one thing that you're gonna hear me that got my goat going. That's it. The rest of it is a bunch of lies. There's nothing there, nothing we haven't heard before. Pretty boring. A lot of footage from back. It's basically all the lies that they said on Oprah portrayed there over a longer period of time. And showing footage of Princess Diana, of England, of the press in the UK. That's it. There's really nothing to it except one thing. And you're going to hear me swear because of that. Because they went all out about trashing the Queen and her legacy. That's all they're doing right now, is trashing the Commonwealth and the Queen. Especially the Queen. They really go after the Queen and her legacy. So that's the only thing. But other than that, everything is the same. They're boring. They're trying to milk it before it dries up. Everything that they're saying, we've heard. Meghan Markle's amplifying her lies. That's about it. But it's pretty boring, guys. It really was a struggle to get through the 3 chapters. It was it. Of the miniseries or whatever it is that they're telling the Life Fest. So please like, share, subscribe, and leave me your comments. And warning, I am going to swear. Okay? But just for that part, because nobody, the Queen, they may say many things about the Queen, but her legacy and the Commonwealth, and what the Commonwealth is, the Commonwealth is not another form of slavery or colonialism created by the Queen. It is a form of nations who freely enter into an agreement so we can all create common wealth for everybody. And that is a very dangerous thing because they're trying to portray it. No, they come right out and say that the Queen made it her life's work to grant independence to these nations, or pretend to grant it, while creating the Commonwealth, and that the Commonwealth is colonization and slavery 2.0 under the disguise of an elite organization of nations for financial gain of the United Kingdom, and say that the United Kingdom is the most racist nation on earth. Never mind the United States, right? Because the United States, there's no racism, right? Yeah. So let's get into the video, and do please help the channel grow, because I deserve at least a like for what I've done for you guys. 3 hours of my life. And it was a struggle because it's very boring, guys. It is incredibly boring. All these D-listers talking. It is boring. It is a struggle to get through. So please give me a like and share and comment.
I was such a fraud.
Hello, beautiful people. I watched the Netflix, so I was able to report it on you. Never mind all the lies. There are so many lies there. There are too many to unpack. I'm going to send a message to Ashley, Samantha's daughter. You're an idiot. You're an idiot for believing Meghan Markle's lies that you were not invited to the wedding because Palace told her not to. Nobody tells Meghan Markle what to do. She didn't invite you because she didn't want to have you there. She didn't invite anybody on her black side of the family as well. She didn't invite anybody. She invited strangers and actors, people who could not betray her story. So, poor lady, you're being exploited, and you're clearly not a smart one, because anybody can see right through that. This is a message to you. Grow up, apologize to your mother, learn the reasons why your mother couldn't be with you, and have you ever asked yourself how weird it is that Meghan Markle claims that she wasn't close to Samantha and then reaches out to you and becomes your bestie? Do you not see how wrong that is? If you don't, go get yourself some psychological help, because it's clear manipulation and hatred from Meghan to hurt Samantha by getting close to you, becoming your bestie. Have you thought why Meghan Markle didn't reach out to her black side of the family? She has nephews and nieces that are very black. So grow up. Learn to be smart. Be less stupid. And actually, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you that you've been used to do this. And it's terrible. It's terrible that you're that unsmart. It's terrible that you are so easily manipulated. Now, other than that aside, before I proceed, I'm going to say the following. If anybody in the Commonwealth Trust that the Queen set up is still talking to Harry and Meghan after this, I really think they should be fired. Because basically, and this is the most offensive thing to me at all, because they completely trashed the Queen's legacy. Basically, we have this woman saying that the Commonwealth now, that it was the Queen's life's work, and they make a point of saying this. Oh, the Queen fought for the Commonwealth because this is colonialism 2.0. This is slavery 2.0. Slave owners were being paid up to 2015, managed by the Queen. And that the Commonwealth, that the Queen decided, or it was decided to grant independence to these people in order to financially exploit them by creating the Commonwealth, which is another form of racism. That is the most offensive thing that anybody could have ever done. And for that, I'm going to say, fuck you, Harry and Meghan. Fuck you. Because that is, I respect the Queen and their duty to the Commonwealth. This is what's in the royal website at the moment, right now, that Harry and Meghan respect the duty to the Queen, the King, and Commonwealth, while saying in this documentary and allowing it to be said, because they are the ones who, it's the Archwell Foundation or the Archwell Productions who are doing this and who had these people here. They can't hide from it. It's them. They're saying that the Queen purposely decided to create the Commonwealth in order to continue this guy's slavery, to exploit these very poor nations. Clearly, that is not the case. People fought for their independence. These nations fought for their independence. It's not that the Queen or the King or anybody granted it. Just like, the nations that are becoming independent from the Commonwealth now.
And this is the narrative that has affected and continues to deeply affect the monarchy because it has allowed to stand. This is the message that Harry and Meghan Markle have been telling everybody, but now it's public. Okay? Fuck you, Harry and Meghan Markle, and I'm sorry I'm swearing. But you know, the Queen is our most gracious late Queen. And they make a point, guys. In the third episode, they make a point of saying, oh yeah, the Queen fought for this. It was her life's work to keep the Commonwealth going because this is colonizing 2.0. You know, these former colonized nations became independent. They were granted their independence in order to join this elite club, in order to be exploited for financial gain. No, these nations who fought for their independence, they didn't even have to fight. They simply claimed their independence. They became independent. That's it. They became independent and then they willingly joined the Commonwealth because it's a trade-off. They gain resources, they give resources. And they're very happily there. 54, I don't know how many nations are now. And this is the narrative that has bothered me the most. I don't care about Meghan Markle lying now because now not only does she have 2 double majors that don't exist at Northwestern University, she also has added on a minor in English. Okay, no, Meghan, you graduated from the degree in communications. You may have gotten a minor in theater or English, but there's no such thing as a double major. Forget that. Forget that Northwestern University has never had those majors. Forget those lies. Forget the lies that, you know, she went to live with Doria when she was 2 years old in a black neighborhood and was raised by black women. I mean, forget that. Never mind that. And then Doria goes on to say, how dare Thomas exploit my daughter? While she is benefiting and Meghan funded a CEO thing where there's a homeless thing or this shelter for the elderly or this elderly thing, and Doria went from not working and from barely being able to pay her mortgage to having $9 million in the bank. Yeah, that's not a payoff, right? That's not exploiting your daughter at all, right? Yeah. Forget about portraying Mr. Thomas Markle as a non-existent father, as a man who sold her out. Forget about that. Forget about attacking your father while he's had a heart attack and lying about the things that you're lying. Forget about lying about saying that you didn't get any. Nobody told you what to do in spite of the fact that you were given 4 advisors, senior royal advisors, plus the Queen had an afternoon tea with you. And you said that the Queen spent a whole afternoon with you giving you protocol lessons. Forget about that. Forget about the lies that you said that you wore muted colors all the time because you wanted to blend in. You didn't want to be seen. Forget about that. Forget about all of that, okay? Forget about the fact that your former agent said he didn't know you were black. That he sent you to all these auditions and people in Hollywood didn't know you were black because you were white and nobody believed you were black. Forget about the fact that therefore, if they thought that you were white and you didn't get the roles, it's because you were not talented enough. Now she says that and the most amazing part of it is Doria comes in and she's the one who told Meghan, it's going to be about race. Trust me, it's going to be racial. Why would it be racial? You know, what's the racist thing? If nobody thought that she was black, why would it be racist? And again, even the agent, her former agent, thought that she was just a sun-kissed California girl, you know, who tan. That's it. He never for 1 minute thought she was biracial or anything like that. And when he found out, he started sending her to black roles, but of course she didn't want those black roles. She wanted the white roles. And again, it is very clear that in Hollywood, they didn't know she was biracial. And she didn't understand why she didn't get those roles. It was so hard for her, just like it is for thousands and thousands and thousands of actors. So the race never played a part. Never mind that there's no footage of Meghan Markle ever being papped or followed or chased in Toronto because she never was. There's only her people talking, oh, she was PAP. There were 6 people there. There was a death threat. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to laugh a little bit about this because I have to laugh a little bit about this. Harry's paranoidly looking behind, and then the driver is, and this is in New York, there's one PAP following, there's one lonely PAP following you in a scooter, and you can see Harry going back and forth looking around. It's very boring. It's a live fest. There's a lot of footage back of Diane and times when Harry was there. They try to pretend that they were in a little tent when they met in Botswana. When it's been confirmed where they stayed, the little tent that they show you is when they went outside of that tent for the day on a day trip, and then they went back to their tent, to the luxurious tent, of course. So never mind all of that. Never mind the lies that Meghan Markle made some mockery of meeting the Queen. And never mind that Meghan Markle said she didn't know who Prince Harry was, but yet when she called Doria to tell her she's dating Prince Harry, Doria knew because she goes, oh my God, you're dating Prince Harry? So Doria knew who Prince Harry was, and Meghan, a savvy woman, didn't know. Okay, never mind those lies. But the Commonwealth, the things they said about the Queen, is disgusting. That is disgusting. Because it's all about race. They make it that the UK is one of the most racist nations in the world. That Meghan was hounded by the paps in the UK. No, without even being able to show one piece of footage. That Meghan Markle was hounded in Canada without, it's just the people saying, her friends coming out and say, oh, she was hounded. There were 6 cars parked. There's no footage. That the neighbors had cameras on, unable to provide any footage because, of course, that never happened. The police were called in and she said, oh, but there's 6 men outside with cameras. There was 1 death threat. And then things were serious. Harry, you are a disgrace, an embarrassment. I hate to say this, but you should have never been born. Someone as spineless and disgusting like you. It is the most embarrassing thing I have. How can you look at yourself in the mirror and be proud of yourself about what as you can see, I don't care about all the lies because there's just too many. And Samantha, girl, you got this. Oh my goodness, you got this. Samantha Markle, you're going to wipe the floor with this woman. And I'm sending all my love to Mr. Thomas Markle because no, Meghan Markle did not live with her mother. Even Meghan Markle said that when her parents got divorced, her mother moved 40 minutes away. Meghan lived with her father because it was closer to the exclusive little school that she went to, paid for by Mr. Markle. Okay? We have her in so many interviews saying that she practically lived on the set of Married with Children, that she would go every day after school to the set of Married with Children. So if she was going every day after school to the set of Married with Children, according to what she's been saying all over the place, then how can she have been living with Doria? I mean, it is incredible. Apparently, Meghan Markle grew up poor in a black neighborhood, raised by a single mother, surrounded by black women. And how she creates The Tig, which was about travel, food, everything she's passionate about. There is no footage of her being an activist prior to that. And yes, we do get the soap thing, the commercial with the soap, which again, it's a lie because Mr. Markle has come out and said that he had to pull strings to get Nickelodeon to do a commercial just to please his little daughter because she never got a response. But never mind all of that. Never mind all of that. The Commonwealth part, Canada is part of the Commonwealth. And we choose to be part of the Commonwealth because it's the greatest thing for us. It is. And every nation that's joined the Commonwealth enjoys so many benefits and trade-offs. And for you to understand that, really terrible nations, and you have to meet certain standards. You cannot be violating people. You cannot be committing human rights violations and stuff like that in these. For you to join the Commonwealth, you have to have certain standards of human rights respect, which Meghan and Harry have just trashed by saying that the Queen fought to have the Commonwealth, which is a slave nation, another form of slavery 2.0, disguised under, we're a Commonwealth thing. I don't care about whatever, because there are just too many lies to unpack. There's too many lies. It's embarrassing to watch. I didn't even want to watch I was so bored after, the first 20 minutes. But I had to watch the report to you guys. But it's so boring. Harry going on about unbiased race, how they make it about race. But apparently it's Doria who told Meghan that it was about race. And then everything became about race. They portrayed the United Kingdom as the most racist country on earth. That, we don't want immigration. That's even in the United States. Yeah, in the United States, you have that. They portray that England is the one who financed all the slavery under Queen Elizabeth I, but they don't say that England is the one who abolished it, while the United States kept it willingly in other countries. They don't talk about how slavery is still ongoing. They think that slavery was created by the United Kingdom when it's not. Slavery has existed way before that. And the trade of slaves and still ongoing. I don't care about those lies. I don't care about the fact that Harry is lying when he says that that he was an Apache pilot. No, he was not. He was not. He was a gunner. And the worst part of it all, clearly Harry doesn't know his own family, because in one point he says that because he's the only one who's been served in the military. Oy vey. I guess he forgot Prince Philip, Prince Andrew, who's actually a war hero. Prince Andrew, for whatever his faults may be, is a war hero. He fought for his country. Harry, without any bodyguards. Harry, I went there and I'm still traumatized about that. Harry went to Afghanistan surrounded by a regiment of burqas. He never one day saw a day of combat. He was never put out in the front line. He didn't do footwork like the other, foot soldiering like the others. He was a gunner in an Apache helicopter. He didn't fly it. And they had to make sure that everything was secure for him to fly that helicopter, not to be in that helicopter. There were other helicopters guarding him it is a whole thing. So the fact that this man is an imbecile, an entitled prick, complete idiot, a man who very clearly comes across as somebody who thinks he deserves everything and who is angry about the fact that he's not the heir to the throne. This is a man who comes out as petty, ignorant. And, I want to make a little side note here. Meghan, I didn't know what being a princess, she compares herself to the Princess Diaries. I did not know. Yes, you did. If, as you claim, you have a degree in international relations from Northwestern University, you would know. And how did she learn the national anthem? I Googled it. I have never seen two people so vacuous, it's appalling. And Serena Williams, what are you doing? But again, I'm not surprised Serena Williams is another bully. To me, the part that I hate the most, and I do not understand if after today the royal family still has Harry and Meghan Markle, and if Charles comes and apologizes for the Commonwealth because it's the Queen's legacy. People willingly join the Commonwealth. And again, I stress this for everybody because after today, people are going to think that the Commonwealth is a slavery, is nations that are still colonized, are being exploited. There's slavery going on from the United Kingdom. And that's what the Queen fought for. That's what the third episode leaves with. That the Queen fought to to start the Commonwealth, to keep it under wraps as another form of slavery and colonialism, to exploit these very poor nations for financial gain for the United Kingdom. Never mind that the queen, our most magnificent queen, is the one who basically under her reign, everything became decolonized. It became decolonized, and she created a Commonwealth because she said, you know what, let's together as a commonwealth, together, commonwealth, together we can pull, we can be better together. Let's build each other up. Let's be countries of nations that, together we can be better. We can do better. No. So the Queen is the biggest racist of them all, according to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. And no, this was not, oh, this is Les Garbus. This is no. Archwell Productions and Meghan and Harry they had edits. They were shown this. They decided what was shown and what was not shown. So basically, the British Meghan Markle was white. So she didn't get work in the United States, not because she was black or she wasn't. I don't understand where she gets this from. I wasn't white enough, I wasn't black enough. Because clearly even her agent didn't know she was biracial. And in all the auditions that she went to in the United States, they thought she was white. She just didn't have any talent, really. That's all there is to it. Okay? Doria lying, blaming Thomas Markle for those pictures, while saying that she hasn't benefited with $9 million in the bank, being the CEO of an elderly, I think it's an elderly home retirement, cash only accepted, clearly. That, oh, Meghan wasn't asking for freebies. She was buying her clothes online. The clothes that she's wearing, that she was buying them online. She never asked for freebies. Never mind all of that. And again, Ashley, girl, listen to your mother and think about why Meghan Markle befriended you if she was not friends with your mother. Why would I befriend the enemy? Especially when I didn't know her name. I didn't live with them. They moved out of my dad's house when they were adults. And Doria comes and compounds that. Well, we're going to see that in the lawsuit. The lawsuit is going to be very interesting. The lawsuit is going to be very interesting, and a lot of truths are going to come out. Okay? So, yes, it's trashing Thomas Markle, trashing the Queen, trashing the United Kingdom. If they still remain on that website, I don't even know. And this is not our doing, because I've had it with people shirking responsibility. They signed up for this. They're responsible for this. The buck stops with them. And trashing the Queen, that's a big no in my book. That's a big no in my book. How about yours? Trashing our late Queen. Is that a good thing in your book? Please leave.